And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Green's first catch of the game. Good for a first down. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
Check safety, check safety.
61, match box, the lights. Right here.
Come on, baby.
Hey, exit.
44.
Dalton here from the gun. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at about the 31.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Mike.
55-10. Such thing as a loss. We take a win.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. Shit. You got tape. You got tape right there. Kill.
Middle.
Chill.
22 jump bomber. 22 jump.
Now Fournette. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Allen. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Get ready. Safe.
They go 368. Hey, seam 6.
Mike's 4-4. I'm coming.
From the gun, Dalton. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked Picked off at the 23. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
44, Mike.
Dalton right back on the horse after the pick six. And Green with a catch left side. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Hands up. Leave.
The first down throw coming for Dalton. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
44's Mike. 44's Mike.
Hey, box truck.
Here's Dalton. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Andy Dalton now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Watch the screen. Four's the Mike. Mike,
Bravo.
get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. 44's the Mike.
This will be Dalton again. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
44.
Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Switch.
Hey.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. 22 yards there, a first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
80 weapon.
Now Joe Mixon. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. That's complete. Bernard. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Bullock's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan up,
and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
44.
Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Andy Dalton now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's first and 10. Now Dalton on the screen. Bernard. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. Give him 30 yards there. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On second down, here's Mixon. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're number 2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw the darn thing and try and get in the end zone?
Maybe that's wiser.
First and
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And now to the air, Dalton. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On second down, here's Fournette. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. Allen hit. He lost the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. And Dalton to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long.
48 for Mike.
Here we go. Hey, Charlie.
Mike, 48.
Hands up.
Andy Dalton. Green's got it over the middle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A first down there on a pickup of 25. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On first down, Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now 17-14. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen, and his throw's going to be incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target. 3rd down here.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. Allen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hey. 4 down.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 32-yard line.
Ready? 55. I'm coming after you.
56.
Now this time, Allen will throw. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And that's caught inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Allen's throw is complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Around 80.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen, they'll roll him out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Mike 52.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
Hey, Alpha. Here we go.
And the blitz does come. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 32.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
Now they run with Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
65. Hey, check, Mike.
They go 368.
You bet. Orbit. You better be afraid of me. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Completion left side to Miller.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score. And not much trouble for the 49ers in that when they open the lead a bit further. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Wide, get wide.
Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go.
7's the mic, folks. 7's the mic.
Here you go. Can.
Bengals going for it. Here's Dalton. He's going to loft one. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green with touchdown number 7 on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullet good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things up.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins got home that time.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 23, and they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Here's Dalton. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. And Bullock will put this one through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Allen going to throw. Looking left side, that's complete to Oliver. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Here's Allen. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 29. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Hands up, please.
44.
Ice.
Game situation. Let's go.
Hands up.
They'll run on 1st down. Nixon into the secondary again. And down to the 28-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get your reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. Now, Bengals on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Bullock's kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates. Oh, passing it. Dalton. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but Probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Back at his own 7-yard line.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Cincinnati, they move back over 500.